Hi guys and welcome back. This week's video I'm going to be looking at my new toy because I've got a laser. Now I did loads of research before I got one of these because I knew I really wanted one. However, the one video that I could never find was of someone who had no knowledge of computers managing to get one working. So that's what this week's video is. Can this idiot who can't use a computer manage to make that thing work? Or have I just blown a load of money on something I'll never get to work? Let's find out. Now the first bit to do was to build the machine. This was always going to be the easy bit because I can do this sort of stuff without too much drama. So there we go, all built, part 1 complete, and about 40 minutes on the clock. It's going well. So it's onto the computer side now, and here's when it started to get tricky. Turns out there's a difference between a Chromebook and a laptop. Who knew? So after sorting that problem out, it was on to deciding what software to use. From all the videos I'd watched over the past year, it seemed like most people use LightBurn. It comes with a free 30-day trial, and it's dead simple to sort out. You download the program, it guides you through the system to get it going. So I found that LightBurn brings up the install software straight away. You click Find My Laser, and sadly for me, it didn't find it. I spent a little bit of time trying to remedy that. I downloaded some drivers that would work on it, still didn't work. So I used one of the preset options and just changed around some of the settings so it matched my machine. And that were it. I were up and running. So now I've got to program something in. Something that can be transferred onto the laser and produce an end product. What better place to learn than that bloody internet? And that led me straight to computer creations on YouTube with this lovely guy where I learnt 10 basic tricks. That were the best 37 minutes I invested in this entire project. So to begin with, I just messed around with some wording, just to see what I could do. See what's the difference between cut and fill, and making sure that I can check on the preview that everything's where it should be before hitting that send button and engraving some stuff. So engraving a bit of writing onto a piece of scrap's one thing, but I wanted to actually make something that was going to be worthwhile, that was going to add some value, something that I could add to my repertoire of things that I'm looking to sell in 2024. Because ultimately, I need to make this thing pay for itself. So I thought, why not start with coasters? And after a quick scan through Etsy, I had a few ideas. Then it's time to put some of them 10 principles I learnt into action. One of the biggest I learnt was that if you draw a border and put the measurements in, you will have a workpiece that matches the size of your wood. So that's where I started. A simple border with a second border inside to give me a buffer zone so I wasn't too close to the edge, and it's simply some writing and a circle before pressing play. Just to test it out, I've printed it on a piece of scrap to see how it goes. And after a couple of tweaks, I was happy with what I had. So it's time to move on to a proper workpiece. To align your piece, it couldn't be any easier. Press your framing button and keep tweaking your wood until it matches perfectly like this. Once you're happy, press go and the engraving starts. Absolutely magic. Look at that thing go. And this is it, fresh off the engraver. Looks alright. With hindsight, I think I need to up the settings a little bit on the power, just make it a bit deeper and darker. But other than that, it's time to add a bit of finish and pop. There it is. Not too bad for a first attempt. A little bit of tweaking on the settings and I think we'll be there. Product number 1, home and dry. Now I've turned the power up from 30 to 50 and tried it again. Looks much better. I'm quite pleased with that. So let's talk time then. At the beginning, I spoke about not being able to use a computer and my fear being that I couldn't make that thing work. Or maybe it would this thing work. Either which way, I've made it happen. I have honestly got limited computer ability. I've spent 4 evenings and a grand total of about 9, maybe 10 hours in total to build it, set it up, have a look at how to use the software, have a quick play around with it, then design a coaster and take a couple of attempts to print it out. And that's about 9 hours work for somebody who can't use computers. Like I say, this was always about being the video that I wanted to see. So I'll sign it off with what I needed to see. These things are designed to help you when you load them up. Or certainly this one is, the Sculpfun. It leads you through the programming, and there's enough videos out there for you to be able to have a look at some stuff fairly quickly and get some basic products knocked out. So to answer the question, can somebody with limited ability on a computer make this work? I think they can. And it'll be interesting to see how far I can make this go, how far I can improve, and can I make this into yet another useful tool that's going to earn some money in this workshop. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you got some value from this one, and I'll see you next time.